Well, Kelly, we've actually moved a little further down Polo Drive. We're on Middle Polo Drive right now, and it's much the same as it is just one street over. There is really damage and debris everywhere. In fact, photographer Sam Belk and I were just walking around, and I found this just laying in the middle of the street. It's a piece of someone's roof, and looking around, I actually can't tell which house it came off of because, as you can see, there is just so much damage. Really, and the interesting thing to me is this is all on the south side of Drive. As we walk over here to the north side of Middle Polo, you can see these houses are largely untouched. But Sam, let's take a look at maybe one of the, I want to say craziest things that I have seen so far. This tree just completely ripped up, roots and all, and as you can see, it took the ground with it. That's a solid chunk of earth right there, and it just lifted it up, blew this tree completely over. These people, here, I can't make out the address of that home. They can't get in their driveway because there are so many trees down over there that you couldn't get a car into that driveway if you had to. The homeowners actually, their son just came out and was telling me he actually came over here after seeing some of the reports of the damage just to check on his mom and dad. He said they are doing all right, so that is the good news here along Polo Drive. But the unfortunate thing right now is they are still under an evacuation order. The police have been driving through this neighborhood, a lot of people walking around, as some of them trying to just see things like this that you really don't see every day. Others just going out of their way to help their neighbors, as this is obviously a very tough and trying time as they try and just clean up their yard. Some of them have extreme home damage out here, but again, the good news so far, in this area at least, there were no injuries in this area. I know there have been some reports of others elsewhere, but that is the good news here. And everybody's saying these homes can be rebuilt, but a life can't be replaced. So that's something to keep in mind, as people get out. And again, we want to remind you, keep an eye out for some of these hanging branches and things. Sam and I have been trying to clear ourselves as we walk down Middle Polo, just so we don't become a victim of one of those widowmakers, as they're called, and they are appropriately named. But for now, guys, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio. Reporting live in Clayton, Holden Kurwicki, 5 on your side.
And Holden, I have a question for you because I don't know if you're still there, but they evacuated because of a gas leak. And I was just wondering, is it the whole neighborhood that's been evacuated? And it really is extraordinary seeing that gigantic tree behind you, completely uprooted.
Yes, actually, and this is, not this specific situation. These are the causes of those gas leaks. A fire captain, or a battalion chief rather, with Richmond Heights Fire Department told me that as these trees were uprooted and blown over, they're just ripping the gas lines out of the ground. So it's not just one gas leak, it's a number of gas leaks all throughout this neighborhood. And as we walked around, everybody is sitting really outside of their house, even if their house is okay, just to really kind of give everybody the all clear. Now, they aren't really moving people out of the neighborhood, but as you can hear back behind me, they are working very quickly to try and clear some of these streets and make sure any power lines are picked up and cleared, as well as getting those gas lines repaired before really allowing people to go back into their houses. Because what happens is that gas gets inside of a house, really builds up, it can build up very rapidly, and then a simple spark, you can have an explosion, and that's a whole different set of problems out here, Kelly.
Absolutely. Be careful